Did you know that as a nation, we consume more biscuits than any other country in the world? A massive 35% more than the US. On average, each individual in the UK eats 14 biscuits a week. This is why we decided to test biscuits first. Thanks to a recently conducted survey, we now know that the milk chocolate digestive is Britain's favourite. Of the 2,000 people surveyed, a staggering 69% of you voted for the milk chocolate digestive. So we now know what Britain's favourite biscuit is, but we still don't know which brand produces the best biscuit. So stay tuned to find out the results of our Top Trolley Challenge.
Welcome to Top Trolley, where we taste, test, and approve the nation's favourite products. We've set out to compare leading brands to find out what you should be putting in your trolley. This is the age of information and comparison, so it's time we filled our trolleys with the best of British food. So sit back and enjoy the official Food Royal Rumble.
Welcome back, and thank you again for joining me on Top Trolley. I'm your host Mohsin, and today is the day we put these brands to the Top Trolley Challenge. For those of you following Top Trolley for the first time, we welcome you on this journey of discovery. To find out exactly what Top Trolley is about and how we will conduct the testing process, be sure to click on the link in the description box below. Now, enough of the chat, let's get dunking. I hope you're as excited as I am. The pre-testing phase is complete, my calorie count is through the roof, and we are down to the final 4 finalists. So let's introduce them. We have, by default, McVities Digestive Biscuits. Chocolate, obviously. Then we have Aldi from the European ranks. Of the premium range, Waitrose came top trumps. And finally, of the big 4 supermarkets, well done to Asda. As my wife prepares the blind taste test, by randomly allocating a number to a brand, there are 2 things I would like viewers to know. Firstly, if you would like to know what number is represented by what brand, then check out the description box below in the spoiler alert. If you do not want to know and would like to find out at the end of the show, like me, then just continue watching through. Secondly, as mentioned in the intro, if you subscribe to my channel, then you will have a chance to win the winning product today, along with the trolley coins. So, I can see my assistant's ready. Bring through the Lazy Susan and let the games begin. So here we are. I've never been so excited to have chocolate biscuits. I feel like a little kid again. Okay, so I'm going to spin this Lazy Susan, and as it stops, I will have the one that is furthest away. So make sure I'm not putting my hand into the tea. So biscuit number 1. Here we go. Oh, it smells delicious. Oh, tastes delicious too. Feels small, but packs a punch for sure. That's a nice wholesome biscuit, that. It's got a nice layer of chocolate at the top. And the biscuit's not dry, so it's not being stuck into my throat. I don't feel the need to wash it down either. I'm going to see how it dunks. Still holds its shape. The chocolate didn't melt. I do like a melting chocolate when I drink it. It's warm enough. Yeah, I would say the chocolate, I would have preferred it to have melted a bit more after dunking. But overall, the taste of the biscuit is really nice. It's a great start. Let's move to number 2. Biscuit number 2. It's got to be a good one. Doesn't have that smell that the first one had. I don't taste chocolate at all, strangely. The biscuit has a really nice crunch though. I'm enjoying the bite for bite, enjoying it more. But I'd say it needs a bit more of a stronger chocolatey taste. Let's see how it does. Let's get a nice bit of dosage of tea. It hasn't melted. It's warm enough. See, this is what I'm talking about. That chocolate. It's nice and smooth. I really enjoyed that. I think it's just the consistency or the ratio of chocolate to biscuit was just perfect on that one. That's going to be a difficult one to compete with. And it's washed down quite nicely. Well done for whoever manufactured that. It's a great start. Both of them really good in their own way. I'm going to say the second one just hit that mark a bit more. Although initially I didn't taste the chocolate, once I dunked the biscuit into the tea, because the chocolate melted really nicely onto the biscuit, it just left a really satisfying taste in my mouth. A smooth, silky texture of the chocolate. So yeah, I'm going to go for probably the second one here, but excited to see the other two. Biscuit number 3. Oh yeah, it's got a strong smell of chocolate. It's a chunkier biscuit than the others. Although you get the taste of the chocolate, it's got a hint of like dark chocolateness in it for some reason. But the chocolate taste fades quite quickly, and then all you taste is biscuit. Not that it's a bad thing. So my aftertaste isn't a chocolate one. Didn't get any chocolate in that. Well, that softened much quicker than the other ones, I have to say. But yeah, I can't really taste the chocolate once I've dunked it. I'm gonna say number 2 still leads the way. It had a nice initial bite, but the aftertaste wasn't that satisfying. Let's move on to the last one. So this is it, crunch time, literally. The last biscuit to be tasted is this one. My wife's already placed it at the end, so just for those viewers who think I'm actually looking, I have no idea. Here we go. You can never get tired of eating chocolate biscuits. It's a really nice thickness to a biscuit. I have to say the biscuit's a bit drier. Or at least drier than the other ones. The chocolate's really nice though. It's got a nice thickish layer of chocolate on top. But as you can see, I'm still chewing. So I'm just gonna have a bit of water here, 1 second. See how it dunks. Here we go, last bite. Okay, maybe one more just to get it really soggy. Well, strangely enough, if I was to guess, I'd say this is the McVities, but it wasn't my favourite. It was much nicer when I dunked it, I have to say, but I think a biscuit should be able to hold its own when you have it before dunking. I have my winner. Okay, I'm ready. Thinking back to the four I've had, the first one seemed small in size, but the biscuit was really nice. It was like compact and it had a bit of an oaty taste. But I guess it just lacked that ratio of chocolate to biscuit. Whereas the second one, I think, had that balance perfect. Tasted good on its own, as well as it being dunked. If I was being critical, I'd probably put a thicker layer of chocolate on there. But for those who don't have as a sweet tooth as me, I think it was almost the perfect balance. Third one was a bit disappointing. Very dry, the biscuit. The chocolate was nice, but only once you kind of chewed through the biscuit. And finally, the last one, a good runner. Oh, like again, best once it was dunked. But I was hoping for a lot more when I first bit into it. So yeah, that's my general analysis. Let's give you the results. Here we are at the TopTrolley scoreboard. May look all familiar to you. We're just updating the blind taste test results. As you know, taste has double weighting. So product number 1 scored 4 points because it had the best tasting biscuit.
We just got number 2 scored 3 points, number 3 scored 2 points, and number 4 scored 1 point. Before we reveal the price and the content of each biscuit, we're going to conduct the mystery test and then reveal these 2 codes.
If I was to guess, then I'd say number 1 is probably McVities. And if that's not true, then I'm going to buy a different biscuit next time I go shopping. Let's go and do the mystery test.
Often, we drop a biscuit and it breaks into small pieces, making it difficult to recover. So, for the first mystery test, I thought I'd be smart and test the resilience of a biscuit by dropping it from a 1 meter height. As results clearly show, this proved more difficult than we first thought. Since the results of the test were not conclusive, we decided not to consider mystery test 1 in the final scoring. For the second mystery test, as I'm sure many of you suspected, we tested the resilience of the biscuit by dipping it into hot water to see which held its original shape for the longest period. Here are the results and the state of the biscuits after being submerged into hot water for a minute.
So you would have just seen the mystery test taking place, and I'm just going to update the scoreboard now. So products 1 and 3 held their shape for over a minute. However, there was more of the biscuit left in product number 3, so we're going to score it 4 points. Then product number 1 will score 3 points. Of the other 2, the biscuit started to break at this point. So the one that lasted 37 seconds was scored 2. And finally, product number 4, which coincidentally was the worst tasting, was the first to break, and that gets 1 point. I really don't know what product number 4 is. If I was to guess, I'd say Aldi. So we're going to start by revealing the chocolate content first, because we feel the price may give the game away. I'm going to go in any random order. And because product 4 scored so poorly on the other 2, it makes sense to start with that. Let's see what percentage of milk chocolate this has. Wow! That kind of makes sense actually, because if it has more milk chocolate content, it's more likely to dissolve quicker. But that is very interesting because I know the other ones do have a 27% rating. So let's see. Product number 3 had 27%. Product number 2 also had 30%. Interesting. Very interesting. And finally, product number 1, which is currently scored very strongly, also had 27. Okay, so we're at the final test phase, the price. Now, looking at the stats, I'd expect chocolate McVities to have had 30%, and I don't think it would have come last. And also, I expect it to have the most expensive cost associated to it. So if I'm not mistaken, for me, this is going to be Aldi, and probably the cheapest. So let's find out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow, that's not possible. There must be a mistake. At that price, this can only be McVities. So I'm shocked actually. I don't know why I'm blushing because I don't own the product. But that's remarkable, honestly. That's shocking. And this kind of justifies the need for us to do these kind of experiments. Because, I mean, here you have it, 4 different fronts. It's probably scored the lowest on 3. Well, I'm lost for words. Okay, I'm interested to know what the winning product was. I'm not going to calculate the scores because we'll do the grand reveal at the end. But I'm going to disclose what the prices were. So, because the best tasting one was the top one, I'm interested to see how much it would cost in comparison to this expensive one. No way, 42 pence. That's less than a third of the price of this one, which I suspect to be McVities. That's phenomenal. That really is phenomenal. Wherever they are, I'm coming to you. And finally, product number 2 also cost 42 pence. And product number 3, 64 pence, which I suspect is one of the premium brand ones, Waitrose. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the final scoreboard. We will now reveal the winning product. Well, you couldn't script it. What a fascinating first day of product testing. It had more drama in it than an EastEnders Christmas special. Our hats go off to the worthy winner, Asda, for taking its place in the nation's top trolley by producing not just a tasty biscuit, but the cheapest on the market. So you should be filling your kitchen cabinets with this bad boy. A small mention to Aldi for giving Asda a good run for its money. Though it had more chocolate content, it just didn't quite match the taste. But a notable second placed product. For full product stats on all of the 10 brands that we've tested in this episode today, follow us on Instagram or Facebook, to which I've dropped the links below. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the first product test. Please leave your thoughts in the comments box below, where I will be announcing this week's winner. And finally, the product to face the Top Trolley Challenge next will be the nation's favourite cereal, Honey Nut Cornflakes. So make sure you follow us, subscribe to be another lucky winner. In the meantime, I'm off to do a bit of Joe Wicks to burn some calories, but only after a helping of Asda chocolate biscuit. See you soon.